Ice. This is usually how we think of it. A few cubes in a glass. Now, take those cubes and multiply them a few million times, and what do you get? A work of art you can walk through.
What you have here would be about 25 million pounds of ice, frozen vertically and created entirely by hand. And the process that we build these is a very hands-on process of harvesting icicles one by one, sticking them to the ice, spraying them with water over and over and over to create the formations you see.
Right now the tallest structure is about 35 feet off the ground, and we're probably going to hopefully hit 50 feet with that one, which will be a record for us this year.
Midway, Utah may seem like a strange place to find a castle, but this year's frigid weather created the perfect conditions for the team from icecastles.com to create one of their spectacular works of art. Made completely from ice, these colorful caverns create a world akin to a fairy tale, something too strange and beautiful to be real, and it all started in the most humble of places.
Well, it kind of actually all started in my backyard. One year I made a wood structure and iced it over with water. So I thought, well, maybe I could build something without any structure under it. And so the next year I set out building just using snow and water and ice and spraying water, and stumbled on the concept of using icicles as the building material. And that turned out to be a very pliable process, and here we are.
Construction on the site actually began in October with the laying of sprinkler pipes, and as the temperatures dropped, the ice began to form. Once the structure started to take shape, lights were added, and soon a pale blue world highlighted by bright reds, purples, and yellows met the eye. Now, months later, immense hallways, caves, and even slides make for an adventure unlike anywhere else.
You know, when you're right on the ground building them, it's not very exciting, but you have in mind what they're going to be like. And so when you have a structure that, 30, 40 feet off the ground, and we're climbing up there on what used to be fragile icicles, and now it's just this solid, that's pretty cool. It's really, and it's beautiful too.
The ice itself is incredibly strong and dense, just like the stones used in medieval castles that still stand to this day. But even though it looks permanent, this fortress has a lifespan measured in weeks instead of centuries.
A place like Utah, 2 months is a good run for us. A place like Breckenridge, Colorado will be open 2.5, 3 months, just because it's so much colder, 10,000 feet. We hope it melts in the spring.
Currently, the team has ice castles in Utah, Colorado, and New Hampshire, with weather dictating whether or not a structure can be grown over the course of the winter in any given place. Not surprisingly, these crystal palaces have become a favorite spot for engagements, photo shoots, even weddings. Ice is a unique substance in our world, hard, strong, beautiful, and finite. The ice castles encapsulate all of those qualities, making them something truly memorable if you see them in time.
We expect that we'll be open through the weekend of March 1st. That's our hope. If we get much beyond that, we'll consider it a great fortune. People really like it. It's been fun for us. We employ quite a few people, and people really seem to enjoy what they see here.
Watching people come in and see them get all excited about how beautiful it is. It's cool to be able to bring a lot of people in to share it with us.
From the frozen trailhead, I'm Don Dunwell.